Welcome, knights, to a 500-player battle for Mount Blade Bannerlord. This directly follows the 1 versus 1 duel from earlier this week in the campaign for Rasfadal. In this episode, we've got 2 battles to catch up on, so let's get started and run through the army movements. Skirmishes from the Iberian crowns recently won a battle at Daradao Crossing. They head back to the main army. The victory grants them an additional movement for this turn. They head towards the coastal town of Fiefdom. Capturing this territory grants an additional 5 archers for the battle ahead. To the west, the Iberian crowns launch a 2nd division from their capital. They head south and capture the village of Merkin. With the Iberian crown's movement phase over, we head towards the Vestmar Dominion, who continue northwards towards the town of Tharg. Both sides send out skirmishers who meet on the Jarlang plains, but only one can be victorious. Unfortunately, I didn't participate in this battle. However, I heard from people that did that it was a bloody fight to the bitter end. It actually represented the first victory from the Vestmar Dominion for the campaign. The Iberian crowns were sent running with their tails between their legs. Because of their victory, the Vestmar Dominion is granted an extra movement turn. They head southbound towards the town of Jarlang. With 2 towns captured this turn, that grants them an additional 2 sets of specialized troops for the next battle. Speaking of which, they launch a 2nd division eastbound into Thalen Forest. They head towards the coastal town of Jarlang. They don't quite make it this turn and set up camp. Northwards, the Iberian crowns send their division towards the town of Bernard. They plan to stop the Vestmar Dominion in their tracks and stop them from taking the town of Jarlang. Skirmishers clash in Thalen Forest. Let's zoom into the action and take a look at the battle that's about to unfold. We start this battle on the side of the Iberian crowns as their forces form up. In the foreground here, we've got the Bretonnians looking fantastic as always. Over in the background, you can see the divisions from the Iberian crowns themselves with their red and yellow armor. Backing them up on the right flank is the clan of Les Combattants and the Kingdom of Hordeland in their blue shields. Scouts report that the enemy forces are moving towards the town of Jarlang. The Iberian crowns move to intercept. We join them now as they head towards the gates of the main town. At this point, it's a little unclear exactly where the opposing forces are located. However, I'm sure they'll reveal themselves shortly. As we move around the corner into the town of Jarlang, a shield wall presents itself. The Vestmar Dominion have set up a defense. They've taken the town first, which gives them a slight advantage. It's going to be tough to break through that shield wall. Perhaps the Iberian crowns can get around the edges and flank. It is looking a little less defended on the left-hand side here. They should commit some troops and get behind them. There's only a handful of troops from the Valandians guarding the rear. The shield wall from the Vestmar Dominion is holding firm. It's going to take more than this to break through. But wait, there's movement in the tree line. The Vestmar Dominion have sprung their trap. Troops bearing green shields charge into the valley below, looking to take the enemy by surprise. Already there's a small victory. The archers from the Iberian crowns are forced to retreat, which means they're not firing. Fortunately, the Kingdom of Hordeland are paying attention to the rear and sweep in to intercept. While that was a brave flanking maneuver, it looks like they didn't quite commit enough troops to that rear attack. Back in the main town, things are starting to look spicy. The main shield wall has broken down and an absolute brawl is now forming in the streets. The Valandians form a new shield wall at this intersection, and archers from one of their allies are at the back firing over their heads. This is a very strong defensive position. They'll be racking up a lot of kills. The Iberian crowns are going to need an answer for this. If they stick with the current tactics, they're not going to win. But look at this. It looks like troops are coming in from the back. Those archers are having a little bit of pressure applied to them now. On the front lines, things are getting messy. You just have to attack the player in front of you, trying to break down that shield wall. As soon as there's a gap, you have to take advantage. This battle is so close. We're now entering the final stages of the battle. The survivors on both teams typically are the elites at this stage, the ones that know how to fight and survive. This is typically where we see some of the best fighting of the battle. Over here, archers from the Iberian crowns are firing down the alleyways, looking to take out unsuspecting troops from the Vestmar Dominion. The tactic seems to be working. They fall back to this alleyway once again with archer support from the rooftops. Here we're witnessing the last stand of the Valandia clan. They're not sure where to go. They're surrounded on all fronts. All they can do is turtle up and wait for the inevitable attack. But wait, they've spotted an exit route. They head towards this narrow passage which takes them out of the town. The Iberian crowns are in hot pursuit. Will they allow these stragglers to get away, or will they stop them in their tracks and cut them down as they flee? This, my friends, is an Iberian crowns victory once again. Well done to both teams. Epic fighting on both sides. I can't wait for the next battle. I'll see you there.